Oh, waters.
Yeah, I'm hydrating.
You're hydrating. It's a first. I've never seen that.
First for everything.
Hi, guys.
From LA.
From LA.
And this is famous Jess.
Jessie.
Hello. I think this is my second or third.
You did
Podcast?
I think it's my third. Or no, I did.
No, that was not. We did a
mentor.
mentor. That was a mentor session. So
Inspire.
when
First podcast. Graduating.
this is your first
I'm leveling
podcast.
up.
Yeah, so it's first podcast. Welcome.
So Jess, nearly every time we come to LA, we catch up with Jess. He did workshop years ago. You did the 5-day workshop. didn't you?
Yeah, I think it was
It was before my time.
It was.
Yeah.
It was 2018, 19, 17.
17 or 16.
Seventeen.
So I started in 18,
17,
and
yeah,
we didn't
so
come to
17.
America that year, so it would have been 17.
17, yeah.
Okay.
Wow,
So
okay.
yeah, we had. So
big.
anybody who's on Inspire, if you go jump into, there's a mentor session. You'll see a mentor session we did back
Mentor
then.
session,
But
yeah.
you've changed heaps since then.
That's where my story started.
That's where your story started. Anyway, Jess is CEO. What else would you call her?
Janitor,
Janitor.
CEO, janitor to
Janitor.
CEO to editor to shooter.
Of Live Fast magazine, which we've mentioned a couple of times.
Yeah, it's a really cool little magazine. I think it'll do well because it doesn't. I don't know, a lot of the smaller type of vlog magazine type style things that have women in it tend to go trashy, and there's enough trashy shit out there.
100%.
So it's like some of the models you've got that are reappearing, like Shelby and some of those girls. They're lovely girls. and
Shelby Green, yeah. That's one of the rules that I made from the very beginning, to keep it
Classic.
at a standard where it's not going to be a nude magazine, but just kind of like the way I grew up is like with Maxim and everything. I was like, I would have always rather have bought a Maxim than like a Penthouse or something, because the girls were way hotter. I appreciate a girl's beautiful face and a cute outfit rather than it was just stark naked.
Clam shots.
Yes, exactly. It's just like, ugh. Right.
Anyway, the face of a female is so much prettier than the clam.
Yes, 100%.
And if you put a paper bag over them and only see the clam, it's not that exciting. Is it?
No.
Cover the clam and show the face.
To some people it might be though.
Oh,
But that's
sorry,
not
we weren't
the
talking
target
about you.
audience. What? Oh my gosh. Wow. We're like 2 minutes in, we're already ripping on Beck.
Shots
What's
fired
new,
already.
yeah.
Now I'm
Shots
going
fired.
to get picked on.
Oh, no, you won't. It's
picking on
fine.
you.
It's fine. It's weirdly a very gloomy day in LA. I don't think I've ever seen it this gloomy.
No, you said yesterday when we were landing, that's called fentanyl fog.
Oh my God.
I have no idea what that is, and I'm glad.
That's the fentanyl haze.
Oh my gosh. That's unfortunate, but it's all right. Hopefully it gets nicer.
We've looked up, so we got a natural light workshop on Friday.
Yes.
So you said sun. Well, the last 2 years in LA we haven't done a natural light. It's been friggin' hot.
Yeah.
So it might be.
We're here a bit later though.
Yeah, a bit later. It might be nice that
I'm spewing we miss Halloween though.
You what?
We miss Halloween.
every year we do. I've never managed to be in America for Halloween, but we also wanted to get out of America.
Before the
Before
election.
the election.
Yeah, that's probably smart. Going this. It's gonna get
Scary.
But you mean you're in LA, so it's blue country here. You're not really in
Yeah.
a spark of where something might pop off,
Still is.
Although,
unless it's a protest or
that's what I was
something
gonna
with the
say.
cops.
Yes.
Then yes, get
No,
out.
but hang on. During the last big uproar with the Black Lives and that,
Yeah,
LA
no.
was one of the worst hit.
That's what I mean. If you're here,
Yeah.
but politics-wise, I don't think
No.
it, because it's such a blue place. That's why.
I'm sad that we miss. I've been here for Halloween once, but even when we were in Austin and we were driving from the studio back to where we were staying, I love seeing like how much you guys get into Halloween, like the amount of houses with all the decorations. and
Eatington
stuff.
was even like the whole service station was
Yeah.
have like a massive big skeleton out the front of the service
Oh,
station.
I mean,
and-
if you guys really want to go see some stuff, Universal Studios has got their whole Halloween horror nights all month. So there you go.
God,
That
I love
way.
it. I wish it's not a thing. It's not a thing in Australia. Like,
No,
no, like we.
well, last
you
year,
still have Halloween.
Not really.
no,
Like
not
kids don't
really.
really go trick or treating. Like me and my friends will have like Halloween parties where we like to have like dress up parties, but kids don't really go trick or treating and stuff.
I remember doing a little bit of Halloweening when I was like 16, 17, just to get free shit. But I don't think it's grown any bigger than that when I was there.
Yeah.
So you knock on doors and they didn't even know what you're up to. And you knock on a door wearing masks and they think you're going to break in or something.
It's just not a thing for us. I don't know why.
We walked into a milk bar, which is it? What would you call a milk bar over here?
Corner store.
Corner store. Walked into a corner store and we had our Halloween masks on. And
They thought you were wrong.
and the guy, and that wasn't a big thing in Australia anyway. Like, people don't,
Right.
I'm talking back in the 70s.
Bro,
But they just shit themselves, didn't know what was going on. But my wife went out last year and said, "Oh, I've got to have lollies and that out the front." Candy.
I feel like I'm his translator.
Yeah, I was like, what did he say?
And I said, "I've got a heap of fentanyl left over from America. We'll put that out." No. And not one person knocked on our door.
I mean, that's just how my neighborhood is, but I live in a neighborhood with no kids anymore.
No. Well, I guess, Peter, you live in, like, the hills.
I don't think there's any kids living
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
No, there's a couple of kids 2 doors down. I think we've only got
Plus, who wants to walk around a place called the Hills?
We've only got
Oh, yeah. Let's not call
You're
the
working
hills
off the
the-
candy from house to house.
we've only got 4 what I call children in our street, except Monday to Friday is the 5th child that comes up every day.
What?
You.
Haha. Damn child. Yeah, I wish it was a thing. I liked it when I spent Halloween here. I was in Vegas, so
I was gonna say, have you like Halloween in Vegas is?
yeah, I was 21.
I think I'd be more excited.
Supposedly Halloween in New York is supposedly really cool. I've never been, but it's supposed to be really cool.
I think I'd be more excited for Day of the Dead in Mexico.
That's
I think that would really.
that would. I think it's. I was wondering if it's on the same week as F1, but no, I think F1.
No, it might be on next week because I think F1's in Mexico. I think it's the same
That's
week.
what I was
Isn't it
saying.
in
I
Austin?
was
No,
like,
the week after it's in.
I was like, if it was on the same weekend, that would be so fun to go. Like that same week.
Well, the first year of COVID, back in our plan, we had a fair bit of bookings already set up there. We're going to do Burning Man, then we'll do F1 in Austin, and then we'll go to Mexico F1, and then some friggin' silly person slept with a friggin' bat. And yeah,
Just
we
ruined the whole
ruined the
plan.
whole thing. And since then, Burning Man just doesn't seem like it used to be.
I'm not interested in going to Burning Man anymore. I used to really want to go, but I don't know.
Just seems too commercialised. Like everything's like there's big money behind the floats and that. I feel it's not the independent artists as much anymore. Could be wrong.
I know 2 ways because I like obviously living here. You see all the influencers and models going now and doing the crap and costumes. But I also have friends that have been going forever, and they still go and they still come back and talk about it like she did or they did 10 years ago. Because when you're part of, I think when you're part of that community, it's like you're there.
That community's still there.
Yeah, the community, the base community's still there. Like those people are the outliers still.
Right,
You know.
Yeah. So I'm just checking things because I get paranoid.
Yeah, we've had the odd festival sort of thing in Australia killed by it getting commercial. So the style of people that went there were completely different to the style that originally started it. And perfect example is friggin'
Rainbow.
I used to go to Rainbow years ago, and it was just so chilled and like it was. But now you've got these young kids running around just seems to have
Is the
lost
Rainbow
it.
like a festival? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Camping festival.
Camping festival.
Rainbow. It doesn't exist anymore.
No, that's right. It's the
Well, yeah, so they had
rules and fires and shit.
they had a massive on the site where it was held. Wasn't too long before it was meant to go, and it was weird actually because it was Jared and I used to go every year, and then for some reason we didn't get a ticket, and then a couple of weeks before it was meant to kick off, a massive bushfire happened all throughout the site and just like devastated it. So they postponed it, and then COVID hit. So
Never came
back.
Never survived.
Yeah.
It only took 2 hits.
But it's also a type of festival, it really needed a certain type of person there. And I think over the years, the original type of people went there, started to get older.
Right.
But there hasn't been a new wave of that type of people.
Right.
They were very
The
hippie.
new gen to take it over.
More your Woodstock
But
type of
that,
people.
like the new gen, but that still had the old gen vibes.
Yeah.
Like going there for the actual spirit of the event.
Spirit of the event,
Just kind of like
being
Burning
down
Man.
to
Like if you
earth.
don't have people going for the original spirit and you just have people going for costumes, it will definitely die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
I feel that.
Well, that's what I felt.
I think
Just-
Tomorrowland obviously survives so long because people go there for like that's the vibe of Tomorrowland.
Exactly.
You know?
Well, yeah, it's just but Tomorrowland's sort of a bit different because it already is commercial.
Right.
But the good thing about Tomorrowland, just because
But I think it
couldn't
also
believe
has
the
its, I think
age
it also
spread.
has
The
its,
age spread is
I think
massive.
it also has its own essence though. Kind of like EDC here. Like EDC, yes, it's plagued by a lot of influences and models already, but EDC is like the OG like rave here. I think it just, if you like house music, you're gonna want to go to EDC. You know, it just has its own little special draw to it. Kind of.
Yeah, I'm actually. I saw, so from the outside, to me, before COVID, Burning Man was, to me, like awesome because they'd have supermodels flying from all over the world.
Oh, yeah.
And the beautiful art installations by nobodies who picked up, some type of sponsorship to do it. I don't know. Now we've got bus loads of just Instagrammers and TikTokers.
Right.
But that's what I see. I don't see the hardcore people who are there for the whole festival. I don't see the ones who come in for one day to get their photos and then piss off.
And then fly out, yeah.
Doing it for the gram.
Well, that was good last year with the rain that came down.
Yeah, I was going to say
last year got all those influencers stuck there without water or toilets. They'll never come back again.
No, this year they complained about dust storms, and I was like, that happens every year.
It's a dust storm.
That is literally part of it.
Yeah.
Are you aware of where you're going?
Your first day, you have to literally roll around in the dust. That's your initiation. If they know it's your first time, they make you literally lay in it and do the butterfly, roll around, get dusty right off the bat.
Yucky. No, thank you.
No thanks.
It's like my favorite thing. I like the great indoors. Even though, yes, I do go to I go to ESO every year, which is camping and outdoors, but I like the great.
Aren't you going to one in 2 weeks' time?
Yeah, I am.
In winter?
No, it's not winter.
So in Melbourne, it's still winter.
It's not winter. It's warming up. But yes, I'm going to.
No, it's still winter, trust me.
No, it's not. I looked
We still
the
get
other day.
snow up in the hills.
No, we don't.
In October. We do.
No, we don't.
Did you guys get snow in Melbourne?
Not in Melbourne.
Oh, okay. I was like, I didn't know.
I've seen snow falling once in the city.
Okay.
Was it snow or was it hail?
No, it wasn't even sleet. It was proper snow. It was that drift.
Really, yeah.
But as soon as it hit the ground, it melted.
Because I've seen snow in Orange County, but it's hail. It's
like sleet.
It's a little pebble.
Oh, pebbles. No, that's not snow.
Yeah.
But that was funny. It was the day before I got married. And because I was driving a truck in the city doing deliveries, it was mayhem getting around the city. So there's all these people just looking at the snow falling. It didn't settle on the ground. They were too busy looking up. And my wife and I arranged it. So I half built our house and we arranged our wedding that we'd get certificate of occupancy on the Friday and have our first night in our brand new house that we never slept in. So we get married on the Saturday night we're going to go to our house.
Okay.
But because we live on the top of a hill, one of the biggest hills in Melbourne, it got about half a metre of snow. All the roads were closed. I couldn't get a bed up to our house.
Really?
And then, so we ended up spending our wedding night at the dingiest, cheapest little pay-by-the-hour motel. It was right next to the motel was right next to a drive-in theatre. So you know who was booking this place. And we had, that's where my wife and I had our wedding night.
Well, hey, at least from there you're like, we're only going up. We're only going up from
I
here.
know she might disagree with that.
Oh my god. No, it doesn't. I just looked at the weather. Yes, it's gonna be warm on Tuesday, but then it's getting cold again. So I don't want to think about it.
In Melbourne. Yeah. And you guys fly home.
I think we've had a Christmas day that was only like 15 degrees. So yeah.
I don't know what that is in freedom units.
In freedom units, it double it and add 30.
I don't know how to
50.
do math.
Double it and add 30.
Oh no, 60.
Is that how you do the temperature?
That's a rough one. That's a really rough one. Double it and add 30.
Double it and add 30. Okay.
That's a really sloppy, rough one.
Okay, I got to remember this because, okay.
I don't know. I just kind of, like when I've been talking to people over the last few weeks that we've been here and I say like the weather in Melbourne and they're like, oh, like what's the temperature?
Is there a simple way to do the height?
I don't know. It's weird. I actually use...
inches to... Oh, so meters, yeah. If you just go roughly, a yard is a metre.
Okay.
Just roughly.
A yard is 3 feet, I think.
Yeah, 3 feet.
Okay.
Oh. So a foot's around about 30 centimetres, a metre, so 330s is 90.
Asking my height, I'm like...
So I'd expect you to be like 6'2".
6'5".
6'5".
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So you're going to be 2.
I'm better at height in feet and inches. Like when someone
Well,
asks,
so am I. It's the modelling industry.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
5'10", 5'9",
right.
you're getting close. 5'8", oh, you better be good looking in the face.
Right.
5'7", if you're not Kate Moss, forget about it.
when people ask me how tall I am, I say 5'11" because it sounds better. But I think I'm 5'10 and a half. But
That's a very LA thing to. Everybody here's 5'10" with like when you're like with heels. Like yes.
I think I'm 5'10 and a half. But I'm like, I say 5'11". It sounds better.
Yeah, I think last time we measured at the studio, you were about 5'10" and a half.
But it sounds
You've
better if
shrunk
I
a bit.
say
As you get older,
5'11".
you're starting to hunch over.
You shrunk a bit. That's what happens at the age.
She'll be
Now,
fully hunched
now,
soon.
fully.
But it doesn't have, because a lot of my friends are short and I feel like I have to bend down to talk to them.
Oh, how do you think I feel?
Yeah, being 6'5", I
I
guess.
literally have to sit in the lowest seat.
Just to come down to so we're all kind of even-ish. Yeah.
But it's also funny whenever we meet somebody, they go, "Can't believe how tall you two are."
Yeah.
So we must come across on video as short.
Someone said that in Austin. They were like, "You're a lot taller than I was expecting," and I was like, "I get
I
that
said
a
that
lot.
right now. I'm like, you look taller than I remember. And you're like, I have my boots on. I'm like, oh, okay, that's probably it.
Still,
It's
I'm tall.
funny, as we're checking out of Austin, we've got an Uber coming up. We just start to load bags, and this guy walks past and goes, "Oh my God, I love you guys." And he,
No
was
way,
stay-
really?
he was staying in the same place we were staying at. And he said, "So you're here for the festival?" Just,
No, we didn't.
Beck, we've got a bad rap. People think we're travelling just for festivals. But you could see he didn't want to interrupt us. In the end, he goes, "Can I have a photo?"
That's cute. I'm just gonna grab some more
So
waters.
shout out,
Can you give me some of this, please?
Some Southern. Sure.
Yes.
shout out to you. I can't remember his name. I'm terrible with names. So shout out to Said Hi. And yeah, Beck and I like meeting people.
I love meeting
but
people.
We actually really like it. So don't be shy. So we had someone commented on one of our YouTubes. Was a couple of weeks ago. So saw you at Dallas Airport. It didn't come up and say hi. Just I saw you two
Really?
there. Yeah.
That's funny.
Which I'd much rather than come and just say hi.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It's when we can spit on them and do. No, we don't.
How do I open this thing?
How do you open what?
You twist
the toilet.
No, to get the ice out.
I think this is above your pay grade. I think you need to bring it around. I don't think your little wrists are strong enough to open my super esky.
You're super esky.
Yeah, best thing I ever did. So I like my drinks cold. I'm fussy. See, I've never been alcoholic.
Then you must hate
Only
going on,
drink-
you must hate your Europe trips. That's the worst. Is ever trying to get, you ask for a cold drink and they give you like one cube in a glass. You're like,
Or
bro.
you go in there, you go in, there's no fridge, there's no nothing. So
Yeah.
I've got this can pack into my suitcase, and if I put ice in there, it can last to 3 days.
Yeah.
And
I have a Yeti backpack.
I didn't bring. I left Jesse's glass over there.
and so when we get good places like New York or here to have ice machines, I love it.
Oh, yeah.
Or even the place in eating. So I just run down, fill it up every morning with ice, and it's
You're
freezing
set for
cold.
3 days?
Yeah.
There's Jesse's
You know the
glass.
ice machine's always there.
Gross.
That's the thing. So you don't have to see it for 3 days.
Well, you know, so Jess checked in. The two things I showed him was where the ice machine was. I'll hold that for a sec.
See, or you could just drink red wine and you don't need any of this.
You know, I'm so fussy with my wine. Stop pulling faces at me. See what I put up with? She does this to me in restaurants and everywhere.
Oh my god. Oh, do you want to take that back?
No, I just put it
For
between legs.
weeks at a time.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's disgusting. Throws food under the table and flicks nuts on people.
Do not. That's you. Yo, it wasn't even nuts. It was fries. He was throwing fries at people in a restaurant.
When?
When we were in Toronto, we were sitting in a
Well,
restaurant.
they're nice people. I'm not going to ever say anything. They're going to go, "Oh, thank you."
Canadians are probably.
They're really nice.
they are the best.
He's like getting little bits of these fries and just like throwing them over
I
his
wasn't
shoulder.
throwing them. It's too obvious if you do. You just sit there and go flick. Nobody sees that movement. Just something out of nowhere hits them in the head. So I wanted to throw ice at when we were at the.
Was this just a social experiment to see if how much it takes?
No,
Because
this
he's
is
a
just a meat
child. This is
experiment.
Peter Pan.
I wanted to throw
Boy, who
ice
never
at
grew up.
the mothership, but she wouldn't let me.
Oh, you know.
Oh, by the way, we haven't had it since.
Oh yeah, we have. We went to the Comedy Mothership when we were in Austin. We went to a best of show, and they don't tell you.
But first we were trying to get tickets for
Kill Tony.
It was completely sold out.
It's notoriously hard to get.
Well, 3 or 4 months in, it was already sold out.
Right.
No, I don't think they'd been released. But they get released. I was reading on Reddit. They get released at a certain time and they sell out like within an hour. So it's hard to get. But they had a best of Comedy Mothership, but they don't have like who's on the lineup.
Yeah, they don't have the lineup.
And then I was reading again on Reddit. People were like, "Oh yeah, I've been," and like you might get Joe Rogan, you might get Tony Hinchcliffe, you might get Duncan Trussell. Like, just you never know who's going to pop in. And I was like, "Oh, I hope we get Tony Hinchcliffe." We got Tony Hinchcliffe.
you mentioned as we were going up the stairs that you think you saw him.
I thought I saw him, but then we got. Oh, he's.
Peter was just like, "Shut up, I need to."
No, it
You
is.
just want to.
But he's so funny, he's so inappropriate. Like, if anyone wants to look him up, please do
He is
only look him
hilarious.
up if you can
If you can handle it.
But
His
it's
favourite
very,
person is somebody having a go at him like a heckler. He will kill you. You've got you. He will bury you.
He's just even like half of his stand up when we saw him, half of it was his like kind of like a routine, but then like half of it was just him picking on people in the crowd.
Right.
Oh my God, I was in fits. Like my cheeks were hurting from laughing. I'm like probably.
So
You guys didn't get selected. Oh.
No, we were too.
there was one guy who was like, there wasn't many Asian looking people, and he said, "Oh, there's a Cambodian in the audience," and just started on him.
And the guy, he's like, "You, like Cambodian looking boy," and the guy's like, "What me?" And Tony's like, "What, do you see any other Cambodian people?"
Especially in Austin, like one of the whitest towns up there in Texas.
Everyone just cracked up laughing. It's like, yes, of course you.
Yes, it's you.
They started picking on the guy for wearing a Hawaiian shirt. And I thought, "Oh fuck, we're going to be next." But we were, I think, far enough from the stage that they wouldn't have heard my answer, so he's not going to pick on me.
It was just so funny. It was so good and politically incorrect, and it was good.
Just
for
what
us.
you wanted.
Even the very first comic that came out, right from the start, he was incorrect, and he finished off with a really bad freaking about the thing with the machine gun.
Oh yeah.
Yes. I'm not going to, if you can see his show, it's so funny. You just can't, it is so wrong. What he says is just so wrong, but you cannot help but laugh.
It's good. And
Was there anybody else that was good? They get
Ron White.
Oh,
Ron White was awesome.
He's awesome. I love him.
Yeah,
He's
I
super
really enjoyed him. And the very last guy, who was one of the workers from the mothership,
Yeah, he was really
he
funny.
was really funny.
Don't know what his name was, but it was good. And I like the thing I really like about, because it's the second time I've been to the mothership, and I liked it. There's like a strict no heckling policy. Like there was one girl that Tony was kind of half.
He's trying to get some heckle.
He was, and then like she kind of, and I saw security like walking over to her, and he like signaled like no, like I'm trying to.
Isn't that how he would go off on somebody?
Yeah, but the club's rules.
Right.
So the security, anybody who heckles, the security's going to go straight back.
Okay.
So he like kind of signaled to them like no, like
Yeah.
I actually want this.
And
back
they're
and
locking the
forth.
phones in the bag,
That's
and
what I
leaving
was
your
about to
iPhones
say.
in the bag.
Right.
That makes it just so much more enjoyable.
Totally.
Like you get to keep if they put, I can't remember what they're called, but they put them in these your phone in your bag, and they like lock it, and it has to be unlocked with like a special magnet, so you can't film anything. Yeah.
But do they keep the phone? Or do
No,
they
you keep it.
Oh, you keep the
You
bag.
got
You
it in
just
a
can't use
satchel,
it.
you can't
just
open it.
You just can't open it.
Okay.
And then at the end you go give it and they unlock it.
Oh, okay.
But even like my AirPod, like when they
Yeah,
open my
AirPods, I
bag,
took my watch off.
I had to
Had to go.
take my AirPods in there. I was like, what am I going to do with AirPods? Like,
Because you can control. You can talk on the phone pretty much, can't you? Yeah.
oh yeah,
You
I
can
guess
answer your
actually.
calls.
Yeah,
you
true. I
probably
didn't-
send a text too if you hear a text come through.
True, I didn't even think of that.
But you
They're ahead
also,
of you.
you might
They
be
know.
able to record through the microphone.
You actually can.
Oh.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't think you can record, but I know it has like that. I don't know if you know this, but the AirPods you can like do like a spy mode, so you can leave your phone and then you can use your AirPods as like a hearing device in the other room.
Really?
Yeah, that's a secret of the iPhone.
Oh,
it's not
she's
a,
gonna
it's
plant.
not a total secret, but if you don't know, now you know.
I did not know this.
Cool, 'cause you're using my AirPods at the moment, aren't you?
It's a-
Yes, because
Yes, she left her AirPods at home.
we got on
so
the
I
phone.
yeah, you
can record off my phone what you're doing in your own hotel room.
That's
at
really
night.
creepy, Peter.
No, but it's just you sneaking out to 3 o'clock pizzas and
I
things like
don't.
that.
I did that once, and it wasn't 3. It was like 2. But yeah, we got on the plane to come over here, open up my bag, get out my AirPod case, open it. Oh, there's no little buds in there. They're back at home. And I remember I was on the phone the night before, like
They're
talking.
back at your home.
Yes,
Yes.
they were on my kitchen bench. I remember getting off the phone and putting them there, and I never put them back.
They're not
in
there
there.
anymore. Cats would have eaten it.
No,
Well, Jared wasn't feeding them. They'll eat anything.
no, they'll be there.
They'll be there.
But yes, I've been borrowing Peter's AirPods because so now I have two. I've got an empty case, and then it's taking up room in my bag. What an idiot though! Who leaves their AirPods on the kitchen bench?
I always put the case down somewhere and then I like stay on them and then I take them off and I'm like, great.
Where
I
is
literally
it?
have to go find the case around, so I put them down anywhere. I know I'm gonna lose.
You're gonna lose you.
Yeah, so I like literally have to stop everything I was doing and go on a case search.
I didn't want to get because I was like, I'm gonna lose one of them. I'm gonna lose something. I'm gonna lose one moving part of this, and I haven't lost it. I know where they are, but I was like, this is gonna
Yeah, I
happen.
never lose anything. I just misplace. But I know I'll find it. I know eventually.
It's gonna be somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's probably gonna be in the last place you look as well.
And if I go buy a new one, I'm gonna find it like an hour later.
Always. Of course. Of course. And whenever I can't find something, I'll say to Peter, I'm like, well, it's going to be somewhere. Peter's like, of course it's going to be somewhere. I'm like, well, it is. It's going to be.
It didn't just evaporate. The atoms didn't split.
It's somewhere. I don't
And
know
in
where
Bec's
that.
case, it's where would you never put that? And that'll be where it is.
Right there.
Because she'll keep on saying, I never put my phone there. Well, why is it there? You actually do put it there because that's where we found it. So you did put it there.
Well, that happened in Eatonton. We were about to leave the studio and I couldn't find my phone. I was like, where is my phone? Where is my phone? I'm looking all through my laptop bag. I'm looking in my purse. I'm like, maybe I left it in the studio. But we're on a bus with the van with all of the workshop people. So I'm holding everyone up and I'm like, I'm so sorry and I can't find it. One of the guys that worked there, he was like, oh, let me call it. What's your number? I'm like, it's on silent, dude. Like, there's no point.
But you said you have an Apple Watch, right?
No, Peter does.
Oh, I
I
was gonna
don't.
say, I use Find My Device with literally 10
No,
times a day.
I use the Find My to find
Yeah, because
it.
we have
And
each other on phone.
My
right?
wallet, my keys, everything of importance has an AirTag.
Yes.
My luggage has an AirTag.
Yeah, no, everything.
All
All my luggage, every camera bag,
Yes.
my car. So that's locked up in the studio now.
You know what's actually a
in
good
my
thing?
car.
I don't know if they have them in Australia. I'm sure they do. Is Tiles?
No, I haven't heard of them.
Okay, because Tiles is another. It's kind of like it's like the original AirTag company. It's like it was just built for that. But the only problem with AirTags with your cameras and stuff like that is if the thief has an iPhone, it will detect the AirTag.
You've been followed by.
Yeah, you're being followed exactly because they use it as a stalker thing. So for stuff like that, I would buy a Tile.
Yeah, it was funny when
I'm just checking everything.
I went
because I'm
to a wedding in
paranoid.
New Zealand, and one of the cars said to me, "Have you got an AirTag on?" Because my phone said I'm being tracked by an AirTag, and it was my sister's daughter's pram that was in the boot of his car that had an AirTag in it. So wherever he went, there's this AirTag
It's
following him.
you.
We ended up finding my phone. It was in
Her bag.
my laptop bag, but it was in this little
Sticking out.
side zipper.
So it
that.
wasn't like hiding in there; it was half sticking out.
But I never put my phone there.
Well, yes, you did.
I guess you do. Apparently.
Well,
You
I
did put
that
it there.
one time.
That one
That's why I
time.
couldn't
That's all it
find
takes.
My keychain back home for my car keys is massive. I've got
Nothing
so,
what it used to be.
But
Half of them have fallen off now. Basically, every city she goes to around the world should collect a key
Keychain.
tag.
Key tag, yeah.
So this thing's like this big. It's got the Eiffel Tower. It's got
You're like,
fluffy
this
bits.
is just a hobby that couldn't keep going.
it's just so.
Well, she nearly needed
got
a,
little, fluffy
nearly needed a
toys
handbag
and-
to put it in. It was that big.
It's so big. No, it's still pretty huge. And even I'll be in the shops and I'll have it because I've got a.
She's like that
little-
school janitor thing
Yes.
that pulls
Yeah.
out the thing and just.
The amount of comments I get at the shop, so I'm holding my keys. People are like, "That is a lot of keys." But my answer is always, "Well, I lose everything, so I can't lose my keys now."
Well, actually,
That's why
I can't
I'm
lose my keys. When it's
there's only
6
there's only
when it's bigger than one of my cats, it's pretty hard to lose my keys.
so massive.
it's only got 2 keys on it. The rest is key
The
tags.
rest is keys.
It's
And
not
every-
that much.
Yeah, no, and everything's got so I know there's one of the fluffy toys is for my front door. Another one of the fluffy toys is for my security door. The one with the Eiffel Tower is for your house because you love Paris. One with the robot is for Mum's house because I got that in New York. And I think I've got the studio one attached to the one for your house. Then I've got my car one, which stands out because it's my car one.
'Cause it's a Mercedes.
A Mercedes. What else? I think that's maybe all that I have on there. But I know what little thing is attached to.
It's a code.
Yeah, it makes sense in this.
Yeah. What's that movie with Tom Hanks? The Da Vinci.
Da
It's
Vinci
Da Vinci
Code,
Code.
yeah.
It's the Bec.
It's a
the
Bec
paw
code.
code. It's the
Yeah.
paw code.
It makes sense in this broken little brain. My one brain cell, a
The
DVD
ADD
symbol.
The ADD connects to a
Yeah.
certain jiggle of a key tag.
It's that little spinning thing.
No, I say that my brain cell's like the
No,
DVD symbol.
the circle of death is happening when she's looking for her phone.
Yes.
That's what's happening when the phone is lost. Those little
The beach ball.
Beach ball, yeah.
The beach ball.
But then my brain every other time it's like the DVD symbol that just bounces around on the screen.
oh.
That's my brain most of the time. On a good day. Otherwise it's beach ball of death.
Beach ball of death.
Yes.
Yes. And
what?
and what? So we haven't spoken anything photography
Well,
yet.
that's you
We haven't
guys.
spoken food yet either, so we're doing well.
I know, but you
And I
guys.
haven't whinged about anything yet, except
You haven't spoken
first
food yet, you just
class
came back
on
from Austin.
American Airlines, and there's only 8 people in that area of the plane.
Oh, yeah.
And sorry, we only have vegan dishes left.
It was vegetarian.
Vegetarian dishes left, but I'm in 1D. So why didn't you do 1A, B, C and work your way down? Obviously, I'm really important if I'm in 1. But no, you went down to the back of the 8 people and worked your way up. And you obviously only had 4 carnivore meals and 4 vegetarian.
Was this on your way here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they only had vegetarian?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
When we went to us, so it was both of us and one of the people.
But wouldn't they have like beef for all the rest of the plane? Like or meat?
No, the
options?
rest of the plane I don't think got food.
Oh, they don't get food at all. Because
we were in
they were
the-
commoners.
No, we just did it with points.
The
And
peasants.
it's not like we went for first class, it's just the points were like friggin' really low. We
I
just
know.
paid with Qantas points.
I would jump on it in this heartbeat too.
But yeah, the girl started, because there was only 2 rows,
It's
wasn't
only
there?
2 rows, so it's 8 people.
Row 1, row 2, and we were in row 1, and she started at row 2, and then she gets up to us and she's like, would you like something to eat? I've only got vegetarian left. And I'm like, hang on, you've only served 4 people.
Right.
Like-
Like, why wouldn't you have a
No, but
why wouldn't you have a meal for everybody, just for everybody's seat? Just
Yeah.
considering some people might upgrade or whatever.
It was just weird.
But it's not just if you're going to go back to.
Times are tough. You
go-
can
if you go
only
back-
give the upper class
No, but if
half beef.
If you,
Seriously.
I know.
There's only enough animals for half of the good seats.
Awful. I mean, it's just stupid. It was,
But even the logic didn't work because she went back and did 2C, 2D, 2A, 2B, but then went to 1A and B.
But isn't that
doesn't- it's
normal though on a plane? Don't they go to the back and then?
No, normally-
Well, they usually go from the back to the middle, but I don't know in the front.
No, it's still go from the
You
front
would,
back.
yeah, but you would think in the front they would just have enough meals for every seat.
yeah, you would think so.
Times are tough.
Obviously.
Everybody's cutting back.
So I just drank a shitload and made up for it.
There you go.
I tried to eat the vegetables, but I did not like the vegetables.
No, they looked a bit not
I mean,
vegetables.
I think any vegetable meal that's just thawed out, which because it's nothing fresh on a. I don't even if you're in the front of the plane, it's not
was-
nothing cooked fresh.
The cauliflower. I don't even know if the cauliflower was cooked. It kind of tasted like raw cauliflower.
Although I
or
do have a
something.
friend who her father is an Emirates pilot, so she gets to go to buy in all these places all the time, but she gets to go like all over the plane, and it looks like they have like fine dining in some of those
yeah.
upper
Oh, no,
deck.
yeah,
I was like, dude, that looks like it actually has a kitchen.
Yeah.
I was like, that thing's
Emirates?
First
insane.
class has a kitchen.
Well, like she showed me a room that like the first class have like showers and like
Yeah.
actual bedrooms. I was
Big-
like,
I got
Yeah.
upgraded to that
you
once.
did?
Yeah, when we were
So
going.
she left me back in cattle class and she's in first class and I paid for the ticket.
awesome.
So, but no, this was.
So bye.
It was,
There
it was
was-
like
no, this-
suffers to be you.
No, it wasn't. Stop. It was. So we got.
So Peter, I'm gonna do you a favor. You'll get used. You'll want this every time. So I'm just gonna do it because you can't get used to
The
this.
funny thing is, she was up there and she was in her own little jail and she got bored. So she came back to my class because she was bored in her own upper class.
But so we got on the plane, like we're in business, and like business Emirates is on the A380.
I mean, well, that would have to be like
That's
what's
fine.
normal. It's above first class on all the other planes.
You got a bar.
Yeah.
And we're sitting there about to take off, and the flight attendant comes up to me. He's like, "Excuse me, are you traveling by yourself?" I'm like, "Oh no, like my boss is just," because we couldn't, for some reason, we didn't have seats together. I'm like, "No, my boss is up there." And they're like, "Okay, would you like to come to first class?" I'm like, "Is he coming too?" They're like, "No, it's just you." I'm like, I mean, okay, sweet. Let's grab my
You're all, am I being sold to a sheik up there or something? Like, what's going on? You're all, I'm okay with it. Let's go.
Like, what?
If we're going to first class, I'm down. But just want to make sure.
Pete Diddy was up there. She looked under
What's the sheik's name?
But then I said, like, as we were going up, I'm like, what's going on? Like, what? And so the lady that was sitting across from me, her partner, for some reason, was in first and she was in business, but he wanted to sit with her. So he just wanted to swap his seat. So he swapped his so that he could sit with her.
Right.
I don't know why they weren't sitting together in the first place. Anyway, so I get to go up to first, and this is from Melbourne to Dubai, so 14 hours, and I'm like, ooh, sweet. And I get there and they're like, "How should we address you?" I'm like, Bec's fine. I'm really
You should have said,
Madam.
Queen Paw from the land of kitty kids, cats.
I should have had fun with it.
From the gothic realm of cats, the kitty cats.
The ruler
That
of
would
the
be
cats.
awesome if the whole flight they're like, "Hello, Queen Bec from the glands of Gotham." Cats.
I really should have had fun with that.
I can get used to this. You're all texting Jeremy, you land. You have to address me now. I've gotten way too comfortable with this.
And then they're like, "Okay, what time would you like your shower?" I'm like,
Oh,
"My
wait, what?
shower?" Like, wait. I'm like, I don't know. Like, I guess maybe after takeoff. And like, "What size pajamas do you?" I'm like, "Oh." And then
I'll take the shower after the pedicure.
do I get a back massage?
just throwing other random services out there.
And like, "Would you like a drink for takeoff?" I'm like, "Oh, yes." I'm like, "Maybe I'll have a champagne." Like, "Oh, we have Dom Perignon. Is that okay?" I'm like, "Oh, I suppose." I suppose that'll be fine. And then I'm looking at
I
them.
can slam it today.
I guess if I must have the Dom Perignon. I'm looking at the menu, and then they come to take my order. I'm like, "For the entree, I'll have the caviar, please." And I'm sitting there with my Dom Perignon, my caviar, had a shower. I'm like, how the other half live.
And I've got sparkling water and a dry biscuit.
You didn't. You were in business. You're fine. It was just so bougie, and I lived it because I was like, I'm never experiencing this ever again.
Yeah.
And then we get to this place and I upgraded my room and she's all Suki Lala. "Oh, you got a robe. I didn't get a robe."
I want a robe.
So Suki Lala, when I get upgraded,
I've been spoiled.
Well, the Princess Paws of the
Princess
land of
Paws,
God.
yeah.
Queen Paws.
Queen Paws.
Paws. Not a
She
princess.
is leveled up in life. She is ready. She has a whole new standard of living now.
I've been spoiled. I cannot go back now.
The sheik would never allow for this without a robe.
Yes, where is my chic? No. My mum always used, because I grew up in Saudi Arabia, my mum always, if I was ever like mouthing off or something, she'd always threaten to, she's like, "I'm going to sell you to a Saudi prince." Sometimes I'm like, maybe you should have.
You're all, Mom, they only want virgins. You're shit out of luck.
She was 6 at the time.
But in hindsight, I'm like, maybe that would have been. No, I'm joking. Wow, that took a turn.
Yes, you took a side Emirates route.
I do. I love the A380. The Emirates A380 is my favourite. The bar and everything. But you know, I did get bored in first because
I know, you came back to talk to me.
because it's like, I guess because everyone that's in there is
locked
like
in little cabins.
But everyone, it's super quiet. There's no like atmosphere, at least in business. Like
Right. You can look over the wall and be like, "Hi, neighbor."
yeah. Whereas in first, no one
Some
talks. It's
rich
a dead
single
quiet.
mums there with their 2 screaming kids. Why are you in business? Just terrace classes back further.
Don't say that. Oh my god.
I did feel sorry for one lady once in business class. She had 3 kids and all 3 kids were losing it. She was on her own with 3 kids, all in business class, and she could see that the kids were pissing off everyone in business class. Right. I just felt so sorry for her.
How are you affording that though? Like, and why?
I don't know. I don't need it. I'm not as inquisitive as you are.
I'm nosy.
I know.
I must know everything.
I'll ask her next time I see her.
What do you do to pay for these extra people?
Tell me, I am a nosy person.
Girl, because the math in my head,
they might be
just
like
the
us.
flight alone.
And they're like little people.
Yeah.
Like, they're not even going to probably remember
Like,
this.
you don't even like try to sneak in 2 per seat.
Yeah. And also, like, they're small. Like, I remember when I was traveling lots when I was a kid, like, it's fine being in economy because I was little. You can just crawl up in a little ball and sleep. Like, I don't need a full, lay flat bed.
I'll never forget.
I wouldn't know anything about that. At 1.5, my parents were paying for young adults spaces.
Tall.
My parents moved like 3.5 hours away from me, so they didn't want to see me anymore. But they took our kids out. I think they were like 6 and 4, and because I was flying a lot with the magazine work I was doing, I had a status which got me into the clubs.
Was that okay?
So, and they didn't class kids, so I could bring my wife and the 2 kids into the club, and they were all excited about that. And I went up to the counter and said, "There's no upgrades available." And she goes, "Your flight's pretty much empty, so I can put you all in business." So I said, "Can I keep the original tickets and have the..." She goes, "Why would you want to do that?" I said, "Because I want to tell the kids we're just going to jump in these seats." So I gave the kids each of the tickets with their original seat. Now quickly, as we're walking through business, just stopped them and put in, and they're all panicking that they're going to get kicked out. In the end, they worked out that because the hostess had told them, "No, you've been upgraded to here." But this was
you're fine. You're like, "Thanks for ruining the joke, Sandra."
So they were loving it. They had their freaking only private TVs, and they were living up. Glenwood had his sparkle water carrying on. It was like Dom Perignon. We had 2 flight stops, so we get to Sydney, get off, and we're in the queue to go on. My son goes, "So we're in cattle class now?"
You can just picture him.
Sounds like he got you ready for this one.
Yes. They're the same generation, don't worry.
You didn't know, but you were already being prepared.
Yes. Both my kids prepared me for her. Not enough, though.
Not enough.
Well, we haven't spoken about photography, if you guys wanted to talk about...
That?
I have a camera.
Can we do that?
Do you?
I have iPhone 16.
Nice.
Oh, you got the 16,
The Zoom is pretty... I'm not going to lie. I usually don't buy sticking for that crap, but I was just on a camping trip this past weekend, and I was like, let's test this thing out. I zoomed in on a waterfall. I am not joking. That thing was and I was like, wow. I'm like, and I put it in a little action mode so it's stable, and then I zoomed out. I'm like, that thing's fucking impressive. I was like, wow.
But just your normal camera's the same, isn't it?
Yeah.
So no need for the other.
The only reason I
upgraded
is because I needed the 1 terabyte storage because I kept running out and having to delete crap. I'm like, I'm over it.
You know about the SD little SSD.
Now you can attach it.
No, you could on the 15.
I think you could. I had the 13 or 14.
Yeah, you couldn't.
14. Yeah, I had the 14.
Yeah, so when I recording ProRes RAW, all I do is hook in one of my little SSD, 2 terabytes. And I can get an hour and a half of freaking ProRes RAW.
Okay.
4K.
You have to show me how to edit because I was like...
Is it still recording?
Do you need that?
I'm just checking. Yes, cool. Sorry.
So I actually did that because I got the 16. I was like, oh, I understood that to record at 60 frames per second, you have to use the external hard drive in ProRes.
Yeah.
So I did that and I had no idea, but I recorded I was on a shoot and just recorded BTS, left it on a tripod recording for 5 minutes while we were shooting. And I went to check the video clip. The video clip was 101 gigs for 5 minutes of footage.
You don't do BTS in ProRes.
But I was like, my R5 doesn't even record files that huge if I record for a minute.
All right, so
I saw 100 gigs. I was like, wait, what?
ProRes,
what do I do with this thing?
ProRes was a massive file.
You know who was the Model 2? Shelby Green. So she's been asking me hey, do you have the BTS?
Can you send it to me?
Can you send me the BTS? I'm like, honestly, I want to.
I'll put it on a truck.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't even know what to do with it because to load 100 gig clip into an editing program, it's just
All right.
I'm getting the beach ball.
All right. So new trick.
Beach ball of death.
There's an app which is Final Cut Camera,
Okay.
free.
Final Cut Camera.
And then-
3 or free?
No, free.
Free.
It's 100% free.
Okay.
So it's an
Free
Apple
for
product.
free.
You put it in there and you can go HSV something, which is about an eighth of the size file.
Oh.
Right? It'll
Okay.
give you a lossless compressed file.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Yeah, because it was the
the
first
other-
time I tried that, I was like,
Do you use Final Cut Pro?
yeah.
Right. Well, the one good thing, if you drop that file in the Final Cut Pro, it instantly grades the log.
Oh,
Instantly
really?
grades your Apple log. You don't have to do anything. Automatically, it'll grade your Apple
On
log.
the Final Cut mobile, or do I have to put it on
No,
the
on
computer?
the computer
On the
one.
computer? Oh, cool.
But you can turn it off. If you prefer to grade it yourself, you can. But Final Cut Pro on your computer will instantly take ProRes RAW
Saucy.
to fully grade it.
Well,
And just
Shelby
checking
will
everything.
be very happy to hear
And
this
then
information.
then once you've done that, you can just downsize. You can send something out
Right,
of
right.
1080p.
Yeah, because that's all they want to
send
get
it to
for
her.
is for in social. Anyways. Yeah, I was like, okay, I'm never filming in ProRes ever again in my life.
No, you've got to have a reason to. Like, I've done a couple of little bits in ProRes, and yeah, I grade it really. I did a Shea one in that, and I grade it fine, all that. But when I had a look at the Final Cut camera, which is Final Cut Pro, but in your iPhone, and you turned your iPhone to a full manual camera, you can change everything.
So I downloaded the Blackmagic app for that.
If you've got Final Cut Pro, you must be better using Final Cut Camera.
Okay.
The other thing is if you've got an iPad, you can multicam to your iPad,
I saw that.
which is really
I saw that.
pretty cool.
I haven't tried it yet, but I saw that. I was like, I don't know why I would need to multicam yet, but if I do.
But this is the only problem with this is why Apple is really dominating, because they've got so many products that now talk to each other and do things all, and you buy Final Cut Pro once in your entire life. You
Right.
never have to buy it for
Right,
again.
right.
Whereas you get onto PC, you got we all know about Adobe.
I have friends that like to use PCs still or Androids, and I just tell them the reason I keep buying Apple is because just the synergy of like it's being able to upload photos into my Photos app and then having it all cataloged from my I don't even have to worry about anything. I just go onto my iPad or my phone and
It's all there.
every model's photos there. If the model's lost photos, I don't even have to upload them to WeTransfer or Dropbox. You just create a cloud link and like, here you go, here's all your photos again.
AirDrop, so handy.
the amount
Well,
of
not
time-
even like the AirDrop handy, but the iCloud link.
yeah.
Yeah.
You select a bunch because they're so big,
Yeah, yeah.
and then it's just it's so, like chef's kiss right there.
It
so
is.
easy.
I love it.
It's so easy. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I know that. I know there's so many Apple haters out there. I'm marrying an Apple hater, but
Really.
oh my god, Jared hates it. But Jared works in IT, and he's one of
Yeah,
those
yeah.
people that really like.
Yeah,
The
my friends
reason-
with the PCs that build their computers.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
I'm
he's-
bro,
he's, like, built his own-
I just want it to work.
Yeah, that's what I'm like.
In 10 years, they're going to be stuffed because AI is going to come in and stuff all of that.
Right.
But Jared's thing as well, I think up until recently, he would never buy the same phone twice because he liked buying a new phone and then like figuring out,
Learning all the tricks. of
yeah,
it,
like
right.
learning how to use a new
I
phone.
can't
And
think
I'm
of
like,
anything worse.
same. I'm like, I just want to get an
That's why
iPhone
I've
and I want to
decided-
transfer all my stuff from one to the new one and I want it to look the same and I want it to work the
Right.
same. I want simplicity. And
Right.
he's like, that's boring. I want to learn new things. I'm like, okay, because you're a
No,
nerd.
there's puzzles for that. You know?
But it's like he built his own PC and that was so much fun for him. So I understand
When
that.
you film on your iPhone, do you use that little portrait or the action button? Because that thing, my friend is a Hollywood stuntman, and he showed me that, and I was like, "Wow, this is actually amazing."
I don't know.
So it's like, so if you're taking 4K video, if you push the little action mode button on the video camera, it makes it 2.8K. But what it does is it stabilizes. Like literally, it's like
so-
you can run behind people, like running, and it makes your. I went to Montana. I was filming a model on a horseback riding, and it's like we were
I
on the
saw that.
horses riding.
Clips I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
So we're on the horse riding, and like it's like a gimbal, like this. But it only works in bright sun. Like you can't.
But
dim light.
I've got over that gimbal look.
You what?
I've got over that gimbal
Yeah,
look.
yeah.
So, but I'm still finding, even with Sarah, I got to shoot with Sarah Fable today, and I videoed her at the end. I purposely try and get a bit of shake in
little
there
shaky in it.
to get rid of that gimbal type of look. But I don't use the action mode.
No.
I'm mainly doing it in
Right,
here.
and-
I'm not.
Right. You're not doing it to where you need the action. Right.
Yeah, and like most of my videos, I've even gone. when was the last time you saw me use a gimbal? My gimbal's been like, thanks DJI, your gimbals are shit. My gimbal hasn't worked properly, I'd say, for about a year and a half. It keeps, you put it on here and all of a sudden it goes, yeah.
I'm terrible. I bought 2 gimbals and I buy them. I learned how to adjust them, level them, everything, and then I think I use it like 3 times. I'm like, I don't want to carry more shit.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm over it.
Carrying shit isn't.
No, I'm being really, in fact, the last couple of videos that I really like are just all been shot on the Leica. Manual focusing, so just pulling focus and everything live, letting it fall in and out of focus. That's adding so much.
But you're
more
not
depth.
really moving that much either, right?
No, I'll walk around and follow them.
Oh, really?
I don't mind the.
Right.
If you look at most movies today,
Oh no, they have some shake to them.
they have a lot of shake to them. In fact, there's a couple of friggin' filters you can download for programs that add shake.
That add shake.
To take away that too smooth
Da Vinci
look.
Code has the handshake.
Yeah, because so the footage just starts to feel not natural.
I think when you're like filming slow and you're able to walk, that makes it look natural. But when you're like I said, running
and things,
on a horse or something, like you can't have that amount of shake. It's just too distracting. But yes, when you're like walking, like that makes it look like you said natural. Like when you have too smooth of a thing, just following people, you're like, this just feels weird. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll never forget back years ago, a long time ago, I had to do a video shoot for a concept program that never took off. It was supposed to be like Next Top Photographer. And they had one of the new camera. No, it never happened.
Oh, so I was like,
no, the friggin' the idiot.
Well, am I missing something?
The idiot who's doing it just as an idiot. Anyway, and I can say this, you know who he is if you're an idiot. So it was the first of the DJI. They were in the full cage. You put your camera in the cage.
Okay.
I can't remember what they're called. And we literally just had a cable up over a pulley. So the camera operator was on there. He pushed the thing out. We lowered the pulley. I caught it at the bottom. It was so smooth. Wow. So we did a continuous bit of footage like that. And the first time I saw it used was a guy on a skateboard screaming down the road, comes up to a taxi, comes up to the window, passes it through the window. Someone in the car takes it out through the other window. He dropped around the other side, grabbed it and came out. And it's just one continuous shot. If you didn't see the behind the scenes, you go, how in the F could they do that?
Didn't they do that war movie like that?
Yeah.
1932 or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, 1941 or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
They did.
The whole movie is one shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was, but it wasn't one shot. They fudged it. When they got to wall scenes, that's where they put the edit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's lots of tricks you can do to do fake one-takers.
Okay.
Right, so you purposely pass the wall.
But I think each scene
was one shot.
Is
yeah.
one shot. Yeah. Yeah, that movie's wild. And when is it 32? I think it's 1934 or 19.
So
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Come on.
I don't know what I'm
Queen-
I can
Queen
Google
Gothic
it.
kitty cat,
I
right?
can Google it. So I say at the start of workshops when I give my little talk, I'm like, I'm here if you have any questions. I don't know technical things, but I have Google.
Just please refer to me as Queen.
Queen Paul,
Talking about
keeper of the cats.
talking about that, guys, learn your cameras.
Yeah.
I'm getting sick and tired of people turning up to the workshop not knowing how to turn on and off very basic things.
Yeah, totally.
Like simple things like live view. So if you're not sure what I'm talking about, live view means if you change your aperture, your shutter or your ISO, in the viewfinder or the back screen, it's going to go darker and lighter. In a studio, when you're shooting at 100 ISO, at 160 to the second, at f8, your viewfinder is going to be black. So you need to turn the live view off so it's the same as what you see out your eyes. Do you know the amount of people that can't even find it?
But
then we get some camera like Fuji. It's like Sony has the worst menu system in the world. Fuji, you've renamed every friggin' thing in the world that we don't even know what to call it. So I can't say to them what it is. They look it up and that word doesn't exist in their friggin'... It's some like preview display something. They're like...
But I say, because I send everyone obviously like a reminder of dates, times, addresses, what to bring, etc. And at the start of it, I've got like notes, and like literally the first thing I say is, please learn how to turn on and off your live view settings. And it might be called something, but like I say it.
But Fuji also has a thing that turns off your hot shoe.
People don't care.
Really? I didn't.
So your flash won't work.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and then I'm picking, but I'm not picking. It's just, it annoys me that there should be some standard.
There should be
across-
like certain things that you should know how to turn on and off
Yeah.
on your camera.
And it's every time I bought a Sony,
Like not
because
knowing how to turn on your highlights.
Highlight alerts.
Highlight alert.
like
that's
the
such a
amount of
basic
times
thing.
on workshops,
It's such a
I have to
basic
go
thing.
through that with
Yeah.
lots of people. But the thing that sort of bugs me the most is if I buy a new camera, which will not be happening again as far as I can see. No, seriously, I can't see why I need to buy a new camera.
Well, yeah,
I don't
yeah.
like the new Leicas. They got stuff in there I don't like anymore. I like what I've got. I don't need more megapixels. I'm more on manual focus.
I will say I have the Fuji X100 series little camera.
I used to have one of those.
The what?
The little thing.
Yeah, the little things.
Yeah, I used to have one of them.
Yeah, they're cool actually because they have like little film emulations. But whatever. I went on a trip, and since mine didn't have a big megapixel thing, I wanted to borrow my friend's Leica for my recent trip to Japan, and I was kind of disappointed in the Q2. I think it was. Yes.
Yeah, I don't like them.
I was like,
No,
I told him, I'm like, it's cool because it's a Leica, but I'm like, actually, I really honestly preferred my Fuji. It was like,
Well, I've never used a Q2, but the Q3's out now.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
40
the
with the
Q3,
43.
so I think it's 60. The Q2 was like a 42 megapixel.
No, Q3 is
Like a
gives you three different. You can pick 60, 36, or 18.
Yeah, the folk to change the.
No.
Oh.
that's megapixel.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
Well, no, I think
joins-
the digital crop doesn't.
and it's got
change?
digital
Yeah,
crop
yeah,
as well.
yeah,
So you've
that's
got
what-
both. And in the new one, which is the 43 millimeter
Mm-hmm.
lens, I think. I still, that's a point and shoot's not my camera.
Yeah.
You don't put any thought into your picture, which means you'll never look at it again.
I think for at least for me, I don't know how you are, but for personal travel trips, I just don't want to carry my big camera. I'm not,
Yeah, no, there's an amazing camera for that.
Which what?
iPhone.
Oh,
Come on.
but iPhone you can't print. Like
Yes, you can.
The photos are terrible printed. You don't think?
So you're coming to the workshops on the weekend, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're going to kill me.
Really?
Yeah, I'll show you some stuff. Nick Knight shoots flowers on his kitchen bench with natural light and sells them for
From a
$130,000.
shot on his iPhone.
And he runs it through friggin' an Instagram filter first. I'm not joking. I can send you. I'll put a link in the description on this. So there's a YouTube video, and you'll see his process. He goes out and picks the flowers in his garden, goes into his kitchen. Just natural light in his kitchen. He photographs them with an iPhone. He sends the original pictures and the Instagram filtered pictures off to his retouching crew. They end up about 1.5 meters high and selling for $130,000 each. And they are amazing. On the weekend, I show a few things like this. There's a picture I've got. Annie Leibovitz was shooting Rihanna. The whole shoot was done in the Hasselblad. But they walked into one of the rooms and she said to Rihanna, just lay on that bed for a minute. Picked up her iPhone, took the picture. They just color graded it and put it into Vogue.
I'm saying when a picture I take with my friends and printed them, they did not look good.
Yeah, but you must have just left everything in the auto mode. You haven't.
Well, yeah, I mean, because that's when your iPhone is really like when you're just running around taking pictures for the most part. You have it on iPhone auto mode, don't you?
No.
No?
Well, sorry. For just food shots and
for
that.
just random
but as soon as
life moments.
As soon as I see something cool.
Yes, of course. Yes.
So one of the pictures I show on the workshop is a picture. I was in Slovakia. Stavanger in Norway.
Right.
I'm sitting waiting for her loaded fries or whatever she ordered in this chicken shop. And I'm sitting right up near the counter. And I looked out there, and Beck was having a stinky vape out the window.
Doesn't stink. It smells delicious. It probably smelled like grape or something.
Yeah, stinky vape. And I could see these vape plumes coming off her. I was surprised the fire brigade didn't come. But I'm lifting up my iPhone and just going, no way. There is no way no one will go and click. And I'll show you the picture. Okay. And you'll agree with me.
Yeah, so like if I'm on a model shoot, I will bring out the black magic and I'll do the manual adjustments and everything. But like for most parts, when I'm just taking photos of friends, I printed those photos and I'm just like, they look terrible. As opposed to when I carry my little.
Yeah,
I think too. Also, when I carry my little Fuji travel camera, I think it's just mentally as a photographer, I have more intent when I'm actually holding.
So more intent
on taking a better photograph,
Yeah,
as opposed to like my cell phone, just like, hey, Beck, smile real quick, you know.
Yeah.
And I think the intent is what makes.
Yeah, that's the thing I push on the workshops is the intent. So when you're in full manual,
Right.
Your brain has already gone into an intent,
Photographer mode, yeah.
right? So what shutter am I going to shoot? What ISO? What aperture?
Right.
Then get onto a manual focus lens. There's a new intent.
Exactly.
And then if you're like me and I don't want to crop, I want to shoot. There's a new. So your whole brain's gone into creative mode. So your pictures are already not just a click, 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 click.
You go from tourist shot to your creative.
Yeah. So every
photo.
Quite often when we're traveling, all of a sudden there'll be a scene and oh, this is too good for a snap. And I'll quickly change my phone settings and take it like I was taking a proper picture.
Okay.
That's just a me thing.
A U-ting.
A U thing.
Yes.
Let's say like a UTI thing.
No, you're so disgusting.
Oh, what do you?
I'm checking the time.
Side trip again. Another side trip.
I haven't seen a UTI button on the camera.
Ew, what's wrong with you? Well, I was going to say that we've been yippity-yappeting for an hour and we do have dinner reses, so...
So you're cutting us off.
Well,
Sorry, everybody. Bec has been her normal
Every
self.
party needs a pooper, and the
Party.
pooper is you.
The party pooper.
maybe I should have told them to address me as Party Pooper Paws.
Oh, we can remember that. Party
we can
pooper.
remember.
Pause.
Yeah, we can call you that. We can definitely. Put
I'm
that
Party
in.
Starter Paws.
Party pooper pause. That's Bec's new fan page. She's going to have pictures of her poo.
New IG,
Hey, her
new IG account coming.
Yeah. No, only fans. It'll be pictures of her poo having parties. Well, we were selling farts, and that didn't really work because she refused to fart in a bag. But so we'll do poo pictures with candles in them.
There is a market for everything out there.
I'm certain.
Always
I'm
remember
guaranteed.
that.
I reckon if you stepped in it, they'd want the photo of your foot.
No. Oh, then you can sell it to feet finders.
Feet finder.
And the
you could
poop-
double
and the
dip.
poop- And the poop fans and feet finder fans.
Yes.
It would be like a 2-for-1 special.
The internet's a scary place.
Then I'm certain there's got to be a site.
I do not want to meet those fans at all.
No.
There could be that site called Only Backdoors.
Oh my God.
What?
And then there'll be a little bit like all the dogs in Houston. In fact, I'm just going to finish off on a really high key. So I love these people that walk around with their doggy bags behind their dogs.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's like, I don't want to step in it.
Yeah, totally.
But this poor guy's walking behind a very big dog and he's just going, and it's like a bowl of porridge or a bowl of oats. And he's trying to scoop it up in his hand. I couldn't
In his
think-
hand?
Well, he had his glove on, the plastic bag they put the poo in. Well, he's trying to catch and it's not working.
Catch. He's
it's already on the
I was
ground.
like, he's literally walking. The dog's not stopping the shit. It's
No,
just
it's
like
not-
it's like a horse. It's just like it just keeps like just plummeting out.
Beck's already, I can't remember. Beck said, can you remember that lady walking behind her dog with a bag trying to catch the poop while
No,
it's walking?
it was a guy, and the dog had stopped to poo, and this guy's like stopped behind it, and he's got the bag, and he was like waiting to like catch it as it was coming. I don't remember where we were, but I remember that being a thing.
Question: Are we taking the scooters to dinner this time? Do you remember?
Yeah, she killed me. I'm looking around to see where this thing was and straight into a freaking hole on the footpath.
A over
Head
T.
That. I think that was the first year I met you, right? Yeah, that was the first
That
year.
hurt too. Like when I was young,
We're all. We think we've killed Peter right before the workshop. We're like, oh my God. I was like, Peter's never gonna invite me to meet
I
up with
full
him again.
free head over heels.
I was like,
Arse over tit.
oh.
I crashed so many times when I was young on skateboards and bikes. I can't remember it hurting that bad. It friggin' like,
Oh my God.
I don't like this.
So
I was
funny.
just like, Peter's never gonna invite me out again. This is the end of my friendship with Peter.
We used him one more time since then. Then we got told off by police that we were going to get arrested and locked up if we didn't get off the footpath. But then he was really nice. He said, it's really dangerous, just stay on the footpath.
No, he had an Australian accent.
Actually, officer, the footpath is quite dangerous for these things.
He heard our accents and we're like, sorry, we're not from here. And he's like, oh, that's okay. But I think maybe we'll just drive. It might be safer for everyone
How
involved.
far are we going? Oh, it's a fair
It's
way.
not too far. So it's up to, I think it's on Sunset.
Yeah,
Anyway.
just got a special parking spot. I don't need to lose it.
Yeah.
We'll scooter it.
Okay.
It'll be funny.
Well, we can
I'll
do-
try and film. If I can get a picture of
I
Beck
will
scooting
film-
with all
I-
the hair flying
I
back
can film
like
on action mode.
I'm scared.
bounce mode.
Oh.
I'm scared.
all right.
I'm uncoordinated. I fall over standing
All
up.
you do is
sometimes.
if you're going to stack it, you try and land on the fentanyl. They're like an airbag.
Oh my god. Me too. Oh, anyway,
Anyway.
we're gonna love and leave you next week. But thank you guys. Have a good one.
See ya.
Bye.
Yeah, thank you.